Yeah, I don't know. I just
So what did Gordon get you?
Model T model, like to put together.
How old were you?
I don't know. No idea. I was young then.
Did you believe in Santa Claus?
Probably everybody did. I don't know.
And you never tried to trap him, or?
Yeah. What did I do with it? Used to get most of our stuff through Sears and Eaton's catalogs. When the big boxes would come, it was exciting to see them, but we didn't get to look inside.
Oh yeah. What was your first Santa or Christmas memory?
Joey and I trying to break into the prowler to have a look at our gifts.
Get caught?
Get caught until we got caught.
Who caught you?
And who took you? Who did you take to try to?
I didn't take it. I was involved in. Hey,
What little sister did you take?
I wasn't involved in any of that. I think the little sister took us. She was the one with the master plan.
That is not what happened.
That's exactly
You
what
included
happened.
the little sister so she wouldn't tell on you. That's what happened.
Didn't they push you on the side?
Yeah, I was an accomplice.
Oh, sorry.
That's because she was the only one that could fit through that side door back behind the wheel well.
She was the only one.
Okay,
what was the punishment?
Pardon me?
What was the punishment?
I don't think we were going to get our gifts that year. They were bitching. There was hiking boots. It was a whole, we cashed in that year. Really.
So then, Betty, do you remember?
The what?
Do you remember that?
Oh, yes, I remember that.
Oh,
So
yeah.
then, how did you guys determine to give them the presents then?
Well, it was Christmas. What could you do? There's no way you cannot give it to them. We pretended that we were really, really upset. Yeah, I mean, what are you gonna do? Of course, it's Christmas and you can't not give them the gifts.
Favorite Christmas memory?
Or about Santa? Or is that
No, just like
My favorite Christmas memory would be when we went to the, what was that? Tecumseh Mountain Guest Ranch, and we rented them sleds and partied on the ice and that.
That's a good one.
That was neat. That was a pretty kick-ass meal. Then.
And then, do you remember
Swear.
Joey lost the keys? And then him and Dad had to drive to Golden?
Oh, no, I wasn't involved in that.
Okay, what about a Santa experience? Do you remember a Santa experience? Did you ever try and trap him? Do you remember anything like that?
We used to go to the Santa deal there down at the Chinese place on the highway for oil wives. Yeah.
Or Catholic, the basement.
No, the oil wives one was really good.
Oh, it was real life in the Catholic basement? Yeah.
No, it was in the basement of the Chinese joint on the highway.
And so, like,
Where Luigi's is. There was a right beside Luigi's.
Every year we went to a different place, whatever we could rent, right?
Oh god. That was the time I got that, the heck was it? $6 Million Man. You could look through his eye.
Yeah, with the Christmas, where me and Cole built the air hockey table and he put fish on my mouth. Remember that one? Oh, what? We were building the air hockey table and you pinned me down, you had the tackle box.
Yeah, that was funny.
I literally started puking. He's like, oh, you can go to bed, then I can finish this up.
Yeah, I like stuck some fish oil in his mouth.
Oh,
Horrible.
He was debating
Bad
in neutrality.
it was bad.
He threw it right up.
Oh yeah.
But he puked, yeah. That's when I felt bad. I thought, ooh. I thought he was just gonna whine and moan for a little bit. What are you gonna do? We gotta build the air hockey table. You gonna go tell Mom? We gotta finish this table. And no, he threw up and I was like, okay, don't tell Mom, go to bed. Yeah. That didn't happen, right? Remember? Not remember. Oh.
What is your first childhood memory of Christmas?
I don't know. Can you help?
How do I know? Everything you said was back when you were 3. So old and wise. Yeah, back when I was 3. You don't remember when you were back when you were 3? Too many rain dogs?
I don't know. What did we do?
We didn't do much.
You get a garage and never drive. Exactly.
Because you really cramped our style that year.
No, I think you
I don't know.
Oh yeah.
What?
Thanks for bringing that up. We've really had some rain.
Wait. When did we get the dogs? When did we get the dogs?
Not Christmas.
Was it around Christmas?
Yeah.
Are the new ones?
They were born December 15th. We went and looked at them January.
That would be my favorite because that was kind of like a Christmas present to us as kids.
How'd they give them to you? They just walked in with them?
No, we went up and looked at them. We went to... The heck was that?
We went
Water
up to
Valley.
Calgary.
Well, let her tell the story.
Water Valley.
Water Valley. And then, no, he was too lazy to go up with us. So me and my grandma and my mom went, and we picked up the dogs. And the whole way home, they're really annoying. Then when we walked in,
they report that on the college.
they almost pooped on my dad. And then,
So how did you choose? Like, was it just 2 of them?
yeah, we just got to. We were gonna only choose one.
But it was too hard.
Yeah.
Because they're so cute when they're this small.
And my dad's like, well, you have to clean up their poop and everything. And now he doesn't even clean up their poop.
That's because everyone was on board for it. Oh yeah, we will help you out.
There's also no
And did you believe in Santa?
But then I did, yeah. Now I don't.
No, you just
Got some wrong gifts. She hasn't got a phone yet, so she's real torqued at the Santa.
Okay. One of my Christmas memories was I remember when I wrote a note because I thought my mom was Santa. I wrote a note and I was like, Mom, Santa, can I please get a phone this year? I'll be so happy. And then the next day I found out that my mom was Santa because they had the same writing. I was like, Mom, you have the same writing as Santa. And she was like, oh yeah.
Pretty blunt too, tough shit.
I was like, wait, Santa's not real. And then she had an argument and then, yeah, I was right.
What's your first memory of Christmas?
Coltrane.
What's your favorite? Where's your nose?
Howdy.
Just here picking on the basket.
Oh, really?
But I would do it for a long time. I don't know if I was just. Stop.
Probably my first memory of Christmas would be always trying to convince Kim to let me fall asleep on the hide of bed.
She never let you.
And she would never let us. Even though I'm pretty sure she said we could one year, but I think she might have talked us out of it. Is what happened there.
And then what's your favorite memory of Christmas?
My favorite memory is when Theron and Riley both got a little bit older. Obviously, we'd be up before the parents would be, and it was like probably 6 by the time we were all up, so it's too early to wake them up. But me, Theron, and Riley, we would always sit in my room, and we would talk about what we think we got or the boxes we seen out there.
Okay, do you have any Santa memories, like a negative, a positive? Something about Santa. Did you believe?
Oh yeah.
And if you believed, what stopped you from believing?
What stopped me from believing was I kind of was starting to figure it out. Wasn't too sure, but the biggest giveaway was one year. I'm sitting there opening my gifts from Santa, and Cole, my mom, and my dad were all sitting on the couch, and I can't remember what he got, but he got some gift. He looks over at mom and dad. He's like, "Oh, guys, like thanks for the present." And then he's like, "Oh yeah," and then he looks up. And he's like, "Thanks, Santa." Says it like that, and both my mom and dad just started killing themselves laughing, and that was pretty much the dagger right there.
Stop videotaping.
Okay, what is your first memory of Christmas with us, Anderson?
So my first memory with the Andrus family would be when we were sitting down for Christmas dinner and I was dishing out my meat and Jenna looked at me and said, "Really, you're gonna eat meat in front of my vegetarian sister?" So that was a good memory.
And then what's your favorite memory?
My favorite memory with you guys would be going to the cabins. That was really fun.
And then what's your Santa story? Either did you ever try and catch him? What made you stop believing?
So one time my brother and sister and I tried to catch him, and we were the kids who could never sleep. We would stay awake in our room, and we tried to sneak up to see if we could catch him coming down the chimney, and I actually ruined what I was getting from Santa. So we got bikes, and he just threw like blankets over them, so I wrecked my Christmas. I knew what I was getting.
So what is your favorite memory, or your first memory of Christmas? You're gonna do a double, right? And your favorite. So what is it?
My first memory of Christmas is like the real Christmas tree and the lights, like Christmas lights in the house and outside the house. How they're like the old kind of lights. Like the light is old looking. I don't know, dimmer maybe. And
then,
same as my favorite. That's my favorite. Like and Christmas spirit, I guess.
Yeah. And then what is your first memory of Santa, or did you try to trap him? How did you figure out he didn't exist?
I was in grade 3, and one of the kids from my neighborhood told me that he wasn't real.
And you believed him?
Yeah, well, some kid that's older than you says that. Like, how can you not?
Okay. What's your first memory of Christmas?
The very first memory would be when we went to the cabins in Crow's Pass. I could have been more than 3 or 4. And I don't remember a lot about it, but I just remember being there.
What's your favorite Christmas memory?
It would be when we all went out to Iron Springs. There would be like the whole McCracken side and the whole Andrus side. Like all the uncles, everybody, both sides of the family. We'd take quads out and go skate on the ice and play a game of hockey, and it was just good. Everybody was together.
And then what is a Santa story?
I got to sleep on the hide-a-bed one night and listen to the radio. They had a report where Santa was in the world, and I listened to it until I fell asleep, and then that was the end of that.
Boston, what's your favorite memory of Christmas?
What's your favorite memory?
The one where he got the toy and then drooled on it.
What is your very first Christmas memory?
So my first Christmas memory would be traveling in the station wagon with Mom and Dad and the boys, and hearing where Santa was, and looking up out of the window into the sky to see if I could see him, and if it matched where the radio said that he was.
And then what is your favorite Christmas memory?
My favorite Christmas memory would be all the Christmases we've had at Camp Kenny now, and that we wake up in the morning and all the kids are there and we open up all the presents. But then we're not done, because then we come into town and Christmas is here in this house in the morning, and Mom and Dad make the cheese puffs and breakfast, and we eat that same meal, and it's halva, and then we all open up presents. And I just love all of it when we're all together.
And then what is your Santa story? Like anything from, yeah, whatever.
So my Santa story is, I remember when I was, I don't know how old I would have been, like maybe around 6 or 7, and my older brothers and older cousins lied to me and Lindy and Judy and said that Joey had seen Santa. And so I really was proud of Joey that he had seen Santa, and I tried to figure out how he had saw Santa, and I used to brag to everybody that I had a brother that had seen Santa, until I found out it wasn't true and there wasn't a Santa, but it was really embarrassing. But the time I would tell people that he'd seen Santa, and we would try to see Santa too.
What is a Santa story or a memory of Santa, or how you found out they didn't exist?
Okay, I found out he didn't exist when I went to test it. So I wrote a letter to Santa, and I was snooping like I always do, and I found the letter in our basement. So I brought it up to my mom, and I was like, what is this? I'm like, what's this letter doing here? And that's when she told me, yeah.
What is your first memory of Christmas with the Andruses?
First memory would be the first Christmas, where, let's just say my family's a little quieter. It was quite loud, but it was a lot of fun, obviously. And yeah, it was Christmas. It was all good. The little gaffers were all happy. So it was fun.
And what's your favorite memory of Christmas with the Andruses?
That's a tough one because every Christmas is great. So it's all good.
And Santa story.
Santa story. Don't know what age I was, but quite young. And my brother Mike would, I don't know, torment me a lot when I was younger. So he filled me in that there was no Santa. But we had, like, from Denmark you got julenisse, which are little elves that look like old men. White, yeah, they're a little creepy looking. With big wooden shoes, feet bigger than they should be. And there's a skinny Santa Claus. Then you got the Canadian Santa Claus that's fat. So, which one I believed in, I honestly couldn't tell you.
So big. I am so big.
No.
Again, what? What's your favorite Christmas memory?
When we're all together.
And nobody talks?
No, that's great. I like that.
We always sit in my room, because it's like 6 in the morning. Can't wake up the parents. Let's always sit in my room talking about. There's that big box up there. Like, what do you think that was? That's what it was. That was my favorite Christmas one.
Okay.
Shut it down. Just shut it down. It's still on. I've had enough.
So, was that when they got robbed?
Yeah, so they went in the mall or whatever, and so he's got these packing these skis around. Yeah. They come outside and the window's busted and everything's gone. Like Christmas presents, their luggage.
They had finished their Christmas shopping. They were on
Yeah.
here.
Everything was gone, like the whole 9 yards. But he's got these damn skis, eh? So he comes down and comes to grandma's, and I remember Maya walking around the house just like, we got robbed. We got robbed. She was so like just like so serious, like we got robbed.
How old were you guys?
Wow, I was probably like 4 or 5. She was probably 6 or 7. Like I don't know what the ages were, but yeah. So they got, and that was in that blue truck that Grandpa bought, that 2-wheel drive long box, like which that would have made sense because I just guess he took the skis out because they were in the long box. Like we can't be having that.
And the rest of the stuff was
So they
in the
came
back
home
seat,
with
eh?
nothing, like literally nothing but the clothes on their back, and they had
Their
dad's
luggage
skis.
was everything.
They had the skis. You're old. He's like, I didn't let your skis go missing. Backing around them all.
This is a ranger set.
What is your first childhood memory of Christmas?
Oh, I remember I got these ugly, ugly brown stockings from my godmother and these ugly bloomers. And I was so disappointed. They were so ugly and I just chucked them. And my mom was so disappointed in me. She made me go on a timeout in the bedroom and I was pretty sad.
How old were you?
I'm thinking I was about 5 or 6. Yeah.
And what's your favorite memory of Christmas?
My favorite memory was when we had our firstborn, Joey, and he was born on Christmas Day. I went into labor Christmas Eve, but I didn't really know what was happening. We were at Christmas Eve Mass. And when I realized I was in labor, I stayed at home until Christmas Day. Everybody was just sitting down for Christmas dinner, and away I went. And they were feeling sorry for me, but I was so happy because what greater gift can you get at Christmas than a little baby? So every year he's a gift. That was our little baby Joey Mark.
And then, do you have a Santa story?
I'm thinking when I was about 7, I had asked for a blonde. I wanted a blonde, blue-eyed doll with real hair. And I actually got it. And I was very, very happy because I think I had asked for it before and I hadn't got it. And I thought it was because I wasn't a good girl. But I finally got it and I was a very happy little girl.
What is your first Christmas memory with the Andruses?
My first memory was our first Christmas, how much fun we had, and I just remember how lively everything was, and it was so nice to be in a house so full of great, like, laughing and fun and playing games, and just like how much love was everywhere. It was really special.
And what's your favorite Christmas memory with the Andruses?
Well, I think my favorite, like, Christmas memory is just that every year I look forward to that first Christmas, because it's like that every year, that just we get to all get together. It's easy, it's fun, everybody's here, and everybody just really enjoys each other.
And then, do you have a Santa story?
I do have a Santa story. I did not believe in Santa for very long as a kid, but when I was 8 and we were in England, my great Uncle Duncan dressed up as Santa, came to the window. I had no idea. I thought it was real, obviously, and it totally, I think, renewed my belief in Santa shortly, but for that year, and it was pretty special. It's something I'll probably never forget.
What's your first memory of Christmas? What's your favorite memory of Christmas? Santa story? What's your first memory of Christmas?
Mom could overpack stockings with really good things.
What's your favorite Christmas memory?
Oh, that was pretty tough, Mom. I got a few of them, right? The day I arrived and Mom couldn't finish her turkey.
And what's a Santa story?
I never trusted him. He always caused these things like no birthday parties because he took over.
Do you know that Mom's favorite Christmas memory is that you were born?
Awesome. Me and baby Jesus. You're not supposed to tell me. And baby Jesus.
What is your first memory of Christmas?
It would be coming from Golden up the very steep terrain all the way to Alberta, making that trek every time, and I had my Lion King pillow and I just would cuddle up in the back, and it was definitely a nice experience. And then I'd come here to Grandma's house, everything would look the same as last year it did, and actually, to tell you the truth, it is to this day still. They've kept that authenticity of Christmas.
And what is your favorite memory of Christmas?
It has to be here. I remember last year I was in a relationship. It took me away from the house and I literally bawled like
all day. I need to have this experience. Like, this is just, it's like childhood, the nostalgia, like it's everything that comes with Christmas. You've got to be at Betty and Les's.
And what is a Santa story?
Oh gosh, Grandma and I made Santa cookies, and I remember I ran out, but it wasn't long enough. I thought I was like getting in because it was like 12 o'clock and I was like sneaky, and I was like, Santa hasn't come yet because none of the cookies had been eaten. And then sure as shit the next day, he is like eating all the cookies. I was like, how did I miss this guy? I remember being like 5 or 6 and I was like, how did I miss this guy? I was up at 12 o'clock to bust him. That was my favorite Santa story.
What's your first memory of Christmas?
I don't know, like I feel like I don't remember this because I was so young, but I've looked back at like our baby videos and stuff from Golden, and I just remember like the living room there and just like how we always had it set up and just opening gifts. And yeah, I don't know, it like gives me a flashback when I look at the videos. Like I feel like I know I was there, and I remember like a couple of our gifts that we have like still from today that we have them. And yeah, I don't know, just reminds me of Christmas.
Your favorite memory of Christmas?
My favorite, just coming to Grandma and Grandpa's. I like cheese puffs, definitely. I'm kind of a humbug, but I like just coming here and just feeling the magic of Christmas. And definitely the Christmas that we dressed up as superheroes, and we went and did the pictures outside of the set of the church, and then midnight mass got out, and everyone probably thought we were on drugs, but yeah.
And then do you have a Santa story?
Well, I found out Santa wasn't real because I was being super annoying one year, and I kept asking my dad and bugging him, and finally he just looked at me and was like, you really think a fat guy could fit down a chimney? And that's when I started hating Christmas, so.
Way to go, Dad.
Thanks, Dad.
What is your first memory of Christmas with the Andrus side?
My first memory of Christmas with the Andrus side would be getting together at Les and Betty's house, everybody getting around and playing the gift game exchange. And I think Joey stole my gift. It was we got a helicopter of sorts that flew around. It was really fast, and yeah. So Joey, you know, yeah, I hope you enjoyed it as much as I would have. It looked like a really cool gift. So that was my first memory. We all got around and we ate lots of good food, and it was a fantastic time.
What is your favorite Christmas memory with us?
I think it would be the same. It was both it would be the same day. We had a great time. I think the best part is just all of us getting together, everybody being so happy. I saw so many smiles on everybody's faces, and yeah, it was a really good time to kind of get together and spend time with the family. So that's important to me, and I hope we do it more and more in the future.
And what is a Santa story?
Santa story. So when I was a kid, probably up till about age 6 or 7, we used to sleep by the tree and try to catch Santa. We used to write messages to Santa, give him cookies and milk and the whole thing, and we used to fall asleep by this tree, but I never found Santa. So I used to look up into the sky, and sometimes, you know, I think that a passing plane was Santa. I don't know if that was ever true, but yeah, I still believe in him, and I continue to this day.
My first memory of Christmas would be spending it with Auntie Vicky and Uncle Menard and their family at Auntie Vicky and Uncle Menard's house. We just would have so much fun there. We would dance. I remember we'd get to hand out shooters to the adults, and Auntie Char would make us kids our special own shooters, and it would be like a mixture of Coca-Cola and ginger ale. All of us kids would sleep on the floor in the basement, and yeah, so that was my first memory. It also ties into my Santa story. So one Christmas when we were sleeping downstairs in the basement at Auntie Vicky's house, we heard some thumping upstairs, and that's where the Christmas tree was, and that's where our presents would be in the morning. So I remember waking up my cousin Courtney and us walking to the bottom of the Auntie Vicky and Uncle Menard stairs, and I remember us just sitting there because we could hear somebody upstairs, and we knew it was Santa, but we could not. We were so scared. We just literally sat at the bottom of those stairs for the longest time. My favorite memory of Christmas would have to be here. It was actually a hard transition because the first Christmas that we weren't spending with Auntie Vicky and Uncle Menard, it was so quiet here. There was no, I think Dawn might have been pregnant. There was just no kids. It was literally just Joey, Kelly, Kim, their partners, and no kids. And yeah, it was just super quiet. But it all changed after that, and it's just kind of snowballed into what it is now, and I wouldn't change it for a thing. I absolutely love our routine for Christmas. So yeah, Merry Christmas, you guys. I almost forgot. I do have another Santa story, and it's probably another one that's my favorite. I remember we were at Kim and Kenny's, and Bo was out there, and we were all drinking, and Hunter somehow stumbled upon a video camera that was up in the loft part of Kim and Kenny's house, and was videotaping the tree. So he was like, Theron is videotaping to see if there's a Santa or not. And I don't know why, but for some reason we had a Santa suit, and we got Bo to put it on, and we kind of scrambled the video, and then we had a flash of Bo at the Christmas tree, and then edited it to go snow again. And yeah, we just thought we were so funny and brilliant, and that we saved Christmas. What's your first memory of Christmas?
My first memory is running out of my room and running into a toy pedal tractor.
What's your favorite Christmas memory?
Going to Grandma's for breakfast.
And do you have a Santa story?
Watching the videotape of a fake Santa and realizing he didn't exist.
Okay.
It's the passing of the torch.
I think let's just do it.
Yeah. It's up.
We've got